podcast.
Bring your friends.
I don't know how to pronounce it, Dave.
And we're live.
We're live, baby. We're live.
We're live, man. Myself, I'm alone today. My co-host Eric is like I was telling you earlier, he's stuck up in Tunas. The rain here has
Tunas,
been
the name of the place he lives in?
Yeah, Tunas, Missouri. Yeah. There's 17 people
over there. 17 people in Tuna. So him and his wife is.
Nah, Eric's by himself. He brings mad bitches over there, bro. Like
so,
Eric.
So the population goes up for like a night. Is what we're telling me. So it goes from 17 to 18 overnight, and then back to 17 after they leave. What kind of shit? Or does he sleep with the same women? And that's kind of it. It's the same 17 girls. They all have him scheduled in the book and everything. Like
no. He's Eric. God damn it. Skiddly Didley, everybody, on the podcast.
Hey, what's going on? That is hilarious. I'm gonna be honest with you,
dude. Yeah, Eric is dude. Eric's my boy. Eric's my boy, man. That's my boy right there. Like
are you serious about the 17 people thing?
Yeah,
that's
Tunis, Missouri, dude. When I'm telling you the cost of living is like if you, as your stream grows, right, and you get more money, at some point you're gonna look at that money and go, I don't need to live in New York. Like, why am I living in New York? Am I trying to be a comedian? Am I trying to be an entertainer? Cool. I get that. That I can get. But if you're like, you know what? I just want a house. I want to grow my stream and then travel. Come to Springfield, Missouri. Come to Springfield, Missouri, my man. You will not regret that decision because people, listen, I got 2 friends that are coming to move down here. One of them already found a house, made an offer, and he's paying cash. He's coming from Cali.
I mean, that's understandable. Who wants to live in Cali right now? Like, it's understandable.
What? You don't want a homeless person to throw poo-poo at you?
Are you kidding me? I mean, listen, we're starting to get all the homeless and everything over here in New York. All right, they're just.
Are you really?
Oh my God, yeah. Listen, we're getting the immigrants, which is fine. You know, I understand. You know,
I'm cool with that.
But yeah, they're
as long as they bring good cocaine, not that fake fentanyl shit.
The fentanyl's what sells. The good stuff doesn't really get on the market that much anymore. Come on now.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Come on, man. You can get that fentanyl. I don't know how much. I'm just gonna throw a price. Like, let's just say you get a little gram for, like $100 or less. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You take it a chance. It's Russian roulette. You get your high, you might die. You know, like it's.
I think you're gonna get high. You're just not gonna come back.
Yeah, that's it, bro. It's like an infinite high. It's just wow.
It's like an infinite Jesus. Yeah. Grandma, what are you? Abuela?
You start to see noises and everything. You're like, what the
if you start seeing sounds, that's when you know that you definitely fucked up.
Do you remember the K2 era? Like
I did. I actually, funny story, I actually had to deal with that when I was in the Army.
Oh yeah.
Like, that was a big
passing
fucking
around
problem.
Like to the guys.
No, man, because like what was happening was, so what happened was you remember K2 was legal for a little bit, right?
Sure. It was like,
and then the what?
It was like 4 locals, like just, you know, it was there.
Yeah. It was just, hey, here it is, right?
Yeah.
So the Army didn't have a regulation for it. So when the Army doesn't have a regulation for it, guess what?
They went crazy.
Dude, I saw guys that would take that before a PT test, and I was just like, well, how the fuck did you run? Did you shed a minute off your fucking thing? I mean, I just did a bump of this, and I'm like, I'm like real fucking terrified of like the shit that I put in my body, like super terrified.
Oh, I smoked that shit once. I was like, oh,
did you?
Synthetic weed? Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Why not?
How was it?
Oh my God, it was horrible. The room was spinning. Everything was spinning.
Yeah.
I had to go in front of a mirror and put my hands right in front, and I had to just breathe. I was like, you're not going to die today. You're not going to die today. Yeah. You're not going to die today. Oh,
see, that was,
since then, I've been fucked.
That was the problem. That was the problem we were having with soldiers was I actually had an incident with a soldier that crashed his vehicle, almost hit a training company. Because Fort Leonard, I was stationed at Fort Leonard was a training doctrine. Basically is where you go to basic training in AIT. And it's the home of the regiment for the military police, the transportation, engineers, and chemical, Sebring. And he crashed his fucking car, and there was, I never forget this, there were 7 packets. Like 7 fucking packets. And it had the eye, like the eye of a dragon, and it was like a purple bag. And
Yeah,
the
we're
dude came
smoking
out
freaking.
swinging, and like, dude, we had someone one time on PCP on base, and we hit him with the taser. After we tased him, it didn't work. We hit him with the OSP spray. It didn't do shit. I was like, he's just fucking like swinging, bro, like ridiculous strength. Bro, I got behind him, slapped the rear naked choke, and that was like the first time that like jujitsu really saved my life. And that's when I realized, like, oh, this shit's real. Slap a
See,
choke. The guy went out, woke to, nothing happened. Same thing with the guy on K2. He started screaming. He started taking his clothes off, saying that the purple elephant was coming to rape him.
oh God.
And I was like, man, he's not being belligerent. He's just taking his clothes off. And then he swung at another MP, and I just like got behind him, and again, just fucking let's take a little nap. But K2 was wild for us, like
Dude,
wild.
Man, whoever the hell wanted to go with, to war with us, man, they definitely picked the wrong time. That would have been the time. It sounds like half our soldiers can't even operate. That would have been a great time to go to war with us.
I don't know, man, because like that during that time, that was like 09, 2010. Because I went to Iraq in 08, like June of 08.
Oh,
We
God.
came back September of 09. So it was like around, it was around like that time, like 2010, 2009, maybe.
Yeah, they could have dominated for sure. It feels like that.
Oh, bro, it's don't worry, we'll be back. Don't worry. Well, my kid will have to, don't worry, dude. It's just a fucking cycle. Like I hate to say this. Like I actually am trying to get the Navy SEAL who shot bin Laden on the show.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Robert. Yeah, I'm trying to get him because I want to ask him. I actually messaged this to one of the guys. I messaged this to the canine handler because this is a legit, like, before I have to preface this for the people listening. Like, this is a legit question, okay? And it's gonna sound really fucked up, but just play along with me, okay? Let's say you and I are in the shit, and you shot bin Laden, like you caught him, and I'm like, oh shit, Diddley, I think you caught Geronimo, okay? And you look at him, you take a picture, and you're just pacing back and forth like, fuck, did I just shoot bin Laden? And we confirm it. You get it. You're like, be advised, all stations on this net, Geronimo. Tell me you wouldn't want to teabag that motherfucker for America.
Oh, bro. I'm pulling all the Call of Duty Halo experience I have in my life, dude. I'm dropping these knots on him. Are you kidding me?
Bro, I would pull my balls out and
I was
just
about to say,
on his
hands would be
forehead.
out, bro. All the hair and everything just rubbing against his nose like this.
Bro, 100% for America, motherfucker. That's my so that would be my question. I think that that's a perfect. Obviously, I know that they're gonna say no. I know, like, obviously, but still, like, someone at some point must have been like, yo, we could have teabagged that motherfucker. Nobody did it. Like, what the fuck, y'all? Like I know for a fact on the ride back, because dude, there were so many times like we'd go pick up an HVT and come back, and there were so many times that we were like, if we really wanted to kill somebody, we could really get away with it, like we've been trained.
What do you think? What should be another question? You should ask them, what song did they play on the way back home?
Ooh, wait, when they were flying through Afghanistan?
After they were done, they dropped them, they got the confirmation, and they're just, wherever, if they're going back to base, what was the song?
I don't think, I can tell you right now, if you've read the documents and read the books, I don't think they really had much, bro, because they were flying through the worst parts of Afghanistan and in a fucking paper plane. So it was like they knew that they all knew they were gonna die.
Yeah.
Like they were like, we're gonna die because we're going into, and think about this, man. This is something that I tell people all the time is think about how gangster we are as Americans, that we went to another country illegally, killed someone who was living there, blew up a plane, took the guy out, flew back through another fucking fucked up country, and in 6 months we made a motherfucking movie about it. Like, you tell me if
I would be playing America, fuck yeah. That's all you would hear on the way there. Or whatever song I could think of, like, making my way downtown. Like, that's all we'd be playing on the way home. That's all you would hear. Like, with no radio, nothing. I'd just be like, all right, guys, we're just gonna, we're just gonna go and sing.
Could you imagine? They just start singing, I'm like a bird.
Yeah. Oh my God. That would be hilarious. That'd be a good question to ask.
I think
him.
the funniest shit we played was we went on a night mission one time, and it went really, dude. I was lucky, man. Like I was talking to a dude the other day that he seen some shit, and I was like telling him about like sharing deployment stories, and he goes, "Damn, dude, you had like really good leadership." And I was like, "Really? Why? I feel like I just didn't contribute." He's like, "Nah, man, like you went on missions, you did this, and like you guys were just smart. Like we wouldn't hit a house unless we had, some sort of surveillance on it. Like, hey, if we're gonna hit a house, we don't hit a house, before nighttime because night brings concealment. Concealment brings, better things to do. We can play in the night, like things like that. And like one of the things that you come to realize is like, damn, like we really did that. Like we really went to another country, just fucking kick people's doors down because they were fucking apparently bad guys, and you really start to think about that and you're like, fuck, like that's as gangster as I guess I'll ever be, like.
Yeah, that shit makes me nervous, man.
What makes you
when
nervous?
I was younger, I wanted to join the military.
Mhm.
I was like, man, I'm too much of a pussy to even do it.
Bro, let me tell you something. When I first joined the military, I'd never been in a fight. I didn't know how to fight. The first time we did combatives, I cried. Cause like this dude, like we was a wrestler. He just like bulldozed through me. And then I started doing jujitsu, and now I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, like cool. Like, all right, fuck around and find out. Like I might get fucked up, but I'm definitely gonna try to do, I have a better understanding of how to avoid a situation, how to calm down a situation. Listen, man, I tell everybody, if you have time and money and you want to gain better skills and you don't know where to go, you can either go to school to gain better skills, right? You can shadow someone, which I've done that a lot. You can join the military to gain a specific skill, right? Like I have a friend who went in and he is a bridge engineer. What he's doing is he's getting his master's. So he joined the military, went active duty just so he could take it's not GI Bill, it's called something else. And he can finish his master's. So he already had a bachelor's. And I was like, why don't you go as an officer? He goes, I don't want to be a fucking officer. So I was like, that's dumb, but all right. But I always tell everybody, if you're just looking to like do something with your life, either go do jujitsu for like 3 years, just live like dog shit, just eat tuna, eat real cheap, go do jujitsu every day and train for 3 years. 3 years, every single day. Don't take a fucking day off. Just know how to train smart, or go to the military for 3 years. Because the thing is what I personally gained out of the military was, number one, it really showed me what the real world is. Like, and when I say that, and when I say that, I preface this in the sense of how shitty people can really be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can understand that.
I used to think, because I grew up in Puerto Rico, like I used to walk through El Coto, and I'd see someone like selling drugs and someone got stabbed. I fucking keep looking straight, my man. Buenas tardes. And I just keep, I keep doing my thing, but you don't really like get to experience like as much of it. Or if you can and your parents will afford it, go travel to Europe. Go backpack through Europe, bro.
I want to go to Europe.
You do?
Yeah.
What would you want to do?
I have no idea, bro. I would like to go see
Have you traveled much?
Very little. This has probably been the most I've traveled. So, I got 3 kids. Well, you don't know, but now I have 3 kids. So, like trying to afford it.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive. Yeah. But hey, one of those is going to become a star.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking.
Hopefully. I'm hoping. Or a lawyer. Somebody that can just like buy me stuff, whatever it is.
My man, that's what I'm trying to that's what I'm trying to do for my family.
Yeah.
Exactly. We were just talking about that. Yeah, that's funny. It's isn't it funny though how, I mean, you have 3 kids, right? Don't you ever feel like when you had kids, like before you had kids, you kind of thought you had an understanding of the world, and then when you had them, you're like, I know fucking nothing. Like I'm responsible for this tiny
Like,
alien looking thing.
yeah. Like, oh, I gotta make sure you're breathing, you're eating, you're pooping, and it's not a different color or whatever else. You gotta
Yeah.
like
For me,
shower.
for
What?
me that for me that realization, I had that realization when I started working the cases that I was telling you, I work in trafficking cases because I was
Mm.
always around kids. So it was like I understood like, oh, like these kids, like they're not I think I had that realization of like, oh, like these are kids, like they don't know better. You know,
Yeah.
bless their heart, like I gotta help them. For me, I didn't realize I was like a dad until like one day my wife tells my kid, who's your dad? And my kid looked at me and she touched me and she giggled.
Hmm.
And I dude, I broke down. I have that video. I have that video somewhere. I'll show it to you later. I broke down crying because I know, you know, and I take care of my kid. I do good. Like, you know, I talk to my kid a lot, but it wasn't until that moment that I was like the how do I explain it? It's like the realization of like, oh my God, I'm a parent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's wild.
Listen, I was 17. I
Mhm.
got the news. Oh, I'm pregnant. I said, oh shit. I haven't even gotten to like, you know, go bar hopping and legally and shit like that.
Yeah.
3 months in, I think it was, I get the news. You're not having one, sir. You're having twins. So, you would see my face. I looked at the doctor, right? And I said, "What is
I'm
happening right
sorry.
now?" No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I probably should have laughed too, but I was like, "What is happening right now?" And I was already panicking about that. But the lady, she moved that little, the sonogram machine thing over back to the first one. So that's when my heart almost stopped because I was like, "Is there two or three?" Because I didn't know she went back to the first one because I'm not a sonogram tech. I just saw another one. And I'm like breathing heavy. And they're like, "Sir, are you okay?" I'm like, "Is there three or is there two in there?" And the lady's like, "There's just two, sir." And I'm panicking because I'm like, fuck, what's happening right now? How do I go from like, yeah, whatever, I'm just busting nuts and just, it is what it is, to now having twins and I'm 17. Like I'm gonna be 18, they're born. Boom. It was just like shit. And trying to figure it out. I didn't finish high school. Like, it was just a roller coaster. But
Do you
the
have
army
to
was
go through the courts and stuff like that, or did you not have to deal with that?
I don't have
Were
to
you-
deal with that.
Good,
Thankfully. Yeah,
good shit,
yeah, yeah.
good shit,
Yeah, we
good
try to
shit.
keep it as cordial as we can. Very, very little communication, but it's like, yo, what do they need? This has what? Cool. I'll go do it. You need this? I get it. Boom. That's it.
Yeah, man,
And
that's the
obviously they're with me.
smartest thing. One thing I learned from my experience was it's not like, especially with the attorneys,
Oh, you
especially with
didn't
the
do the court stuff.
attorneys. Oh,
Oh,
I did, especially with the attorneys. Is that one thing I learned? And someone told me this is that it's not personal. It's just not personal. The
yeah,
attorney's not. The attorney has nothing against you. It's just that's their client, and
yeah,
that's what they have to do. And
yeah.
that's one thing that like I tell everybody when they go through shit. It's like, listen, it's not personal. Cause dude, I told this to an attorney one day. I was like, dude, like you can't be like trying to fuck with people like that. Cause they were trying to fuck with this guy who was a veteran. His English wasn't very good. And I was interpreting and I straight up, so I was like, I'm excusing myself. He's like, why? I'm like, because I'm emotionally compromised. Like, dude, you're fucking with this guy. You're trying to get a reaction out of him. And I told the attorney straight up, I was like, you're gonna do that to someone one day. And that person's gonna be in a dark place. And a lot of people are gonna get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And the attorney looked at me and laughed. And I was like, dude, don't. Like, you don't know. Like, you
Yeah.
never know where
You
someone is,
never know
bro.
what people. Yeah. I mean, listen, there was a dude over here. He got fired from his job at ShopRite. Said, okay. And then came back. And
ShopRite? What's that?
yeah, it's a supermarket. Sorry, it's a
Oh,
supermarket.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. ShopRite's a supermarket. Sorry, I completely forget. Like in different states, people don't have the same shit. He got fired and he just came back. Came back with a gun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, in the news, you see him just running out of there. Yeah, it was a cop. Yeah, all because he got fired. Now, remember, I don't know what his position
Yeah, we
was.
don't know.
So
Yeah.
he could have just been the cart guy for all I know.
Mhm.
But he got fired. And he came back with one mission, just to kill the, just to drop the dude. Whatever else, I don't know what else you're gonna do after that because
Well,
you're gonna.
normally when, and it's been a while, but when I went through a SRT school, we used to talk about active shooters a lot back when I went to a special reactions team school in 2010. And one of the things that you do is you take a lot of classes, and one of the classes is a psych class. And one of the things they say is like, listen, active shooters, they have one thing in mind, and it's to cause as much damage as possible because
And then go.
and then just either off themselves, barricade themselves, or they give up. Very rarely do they give up. And I don't know the statistics of this because again, it's been a long time since I've been in that realm. But man, that's why I try to be like as nice as I can. That's one thing I love about your streams is that you're really fucking nice to everybody. Like, hey, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Like that's one thing that I noticed about you that I was like, oh, dude, I love that. Like,
Dude, when I started, man, I
can you tell people what you do, by the way? Because we've been talking like homies for the past 30 minutes. You get two Puerto Ricans in a room, and that's what happens.
Next, we're gonna be sharing recipes. You know what I'm saying? How you make it, penny, papa? No, I mean to sum it up, man. I in the grand scheme of things, like people just see it as me playing video games. I try to break away from that sometimes. Well, more than most. So, like for instance, a lot of people when they're live streaming, if they're streaming a video game, they're pretty much just playing their game, probably with a buddy or somebody they know. Blah blah blah. Very little engagement with their community. I try to take it in a different aspect. I sometimes start. I don't even play a game for like an hour and a half. We're just on YouTube. We're on just talking and chop it up. Because in my mindset, I've been through depression and sometimes when you don't have somebody to talk to, it's hard to reach out. So I kind of use my platform as that way to not reach out, but to, if you're having okay, so put it in this perspective. I had a follower of mine. He, unfortunately, his niece passed away, baby niece. The father, they were sleeping on the bed and the father like rolled over and yeah, I know. And when I read that, I almost cried, right? Because I'm like, oh my God, my son's only a couple months, and I almost cried live on stream because I emotionally it's like, even if you don't have kids, if you just have like some type of emotions or compassion or anything like that, it'll still hit you because like you don't know what that baby could have did. That baby could have been the next Einstein, the next Elon Musk, or
the possibilities, man.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless with anybody. So, came to my stream. He literally just came there he didn't say anything. He was just there, just talking, but he never said nothing. It was probably like an hour in. He then said something and I'm like, what the fuck? But he continues with saying like, because of you, I'm feeling better. And that moment on, like right there, that's what I always wanted to do is like when people are going through things. I mean, I have like just countless amount of people that have DM'd me about things going on and they come into my stream and they're like, yo, thank you so much for going live today. You're exactly what I needed. Like one guy, for instance, his mother passed in the beginning of like COVID. She got COVID. She passed away in the hospital. And after everything that happened with him in his life, he spent a lot of times in the stream and he would just message me, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that's what I did it for, is more of to be there for somebody, even though you're not talking to me. It's a form of entertainment to keep your mind off of what's going on in the real world. I don't know if I could like I have a music video. It's the one hit wonder. Maybe one day it'll go famous. We don't know. I could probably show it to you later or whatever.
What's it called?
Oh man, I don't have it on YouTube. I kind of save it from my streams. I have it on my computer. I don't know how to. How do I
Nah, just tell me what it is. You can just tell me. I'll share it later. I'll share the fuck out of that.
It doesn't even have like, we call it the banger. It never actually got a name. Like
the banger, it never got a name.
It never got a name because I made it like one day just sitting in my room. I had like the microphone and all that. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make a freaking song. Like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just make a song, man. And my friends are sitting on the bed. They're listening to me singing this part and they're crying. And I just never did anything with that. I'm streaming one day and I put it up and then I don't know. We had like 40 people in there just laughing. I'm like, this is what you guys actually find this funny? Like, it wasn't just them, like, because they know me and this is stupid. Yeah. Like, so people come in, they always see it. And with that kind of content. You know, that's like kind of where I wanted to go. Like I didn't want to just stream games. I wanted to make content that's funny, that can just, you know, just uplift people that are just going through things, or just people that just want to find something fucking not, you know, normal, which you'll see online. You know, not that I'm saying I'm doing anything crazy, but you know, I just try to bring my comedy, you know, my humorous side into everything I do.
Yeah.
So like
No, I
that's
feel
like,
you.
yeah, that's
I want to do the same thing with my OnlyFans. I haven't announced it, but
oh dude, I got my OnlyFans.
you got what?
4.99. Yeah, I got my OnlyFans.
Do you really?
Yeah, bro.
Ah.
I know, I really don't. I wish I did, bro. I see the thing is, here's my creative side, all right, of like OnlyFans. Like I would probably, make a video of me like laying in a tub with like milk eating cereal. You know what
Milk.
I'm saying?
Oh
Yeah, like at
God.
a whole inflatable tub, in this room, fill it up with
Oh
milk,
my
lay down in
God.
it, right? Laying in it, right? And depending on what people want, I could be in after the gym. I could be fresh out the shower. However they want to keep on going.
Would you talk in Spanish?
If they want, I mean, I'll try, I'll open up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, oh, hola. Bienvenido, everybody. Vamos a comer cereal.
Vamos a comer.
Okay.
Bro, I
Papi
posted
con flaky. What you
con
want?
Flaky.
You want fruity pebbles? What
Fruity
I'm saying? Fruity pebbles,
Sucarita,
yeah.
sucarita. Bro, that's what's funny. I posted this TikTok the other day. Oh my God, hold on. I gotta show you this. Hold on. I posted a TikTok the other day, and it's just gone out of control. And it's basically me at Walmart, and I found like at the end of like the Hispanic aisle, I think.
Oh, some completely Spanish shit,
Yeah,
right? Nobody bought
yeah.
any of it
So
because they don't know what the hell it is.
holy shit, it's got 500,000 views.
That's what I
Oh
fucking
my
told you, man.
God.
Let's
And
go.
it's basically me saying that's how you know we're in a recession, when they start bringing in the Spanish version of famous products, and it's got the sucaritas.
Oh my God.
Bro, it's got half 507,000 views right now.
That's right there, boy.
Jesus, that I had
That's
one
awesome.
that, dude, I had one that went to like over 1 mil, and it was and this is actually a true story. It was me paying asking for my child support money in pennies at the bank.
Dude, I would want to do that so badly, bro.
And the lady goes, "No." That was it. That was the
You
video.
can't take no. It's first off, you're
Well,
crazy
the lady
for trying to
knew.
give pennies up.
Yeah.
You're crazy for giving pennies up. All right, you could
Who,
have been a
me?
millionaire. Yeah, yo, listen. To anybody listening to this podcast, you know what I'm saying? If you got some pennies, send it to me. I don't give a shit. Just send it to me. I'll take all your pennies. You don't gotta. I'll even pay for this shipping. Fuck it. I'll take my chances. One of them's got to be like worth $1,000. Just send me your fucking pennies. I'll take care of the rest. Don't worry about
Oh, those
it.
quarters and pennies and shit
Yeah,
like that.
man. You kidding me? Some of the money has more value than what it's worth. I was like, shit.
But isn't that crazy that isn't that crazy that we have all these things that we know that we can do to make money, right?
Hmm.
And people just don't fucking do it. Like I remember when I told people I was going to do a podcast last year, people were like, "Oh, everybody's doing that and blah 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 and this and that."
And
I
it's
was
true.
like,
They're not wrong.
yeah, they're not wrong,
They're not wrong.
100%.
But what they don't know is what you can bring to the platform.
There it is. There it is.
That's why I stream. When I told people I was doing it, they're like, "What are you doing? You're playing fucking video games?" I'm like,
Yeah.
I play them already. So why not bring other people to come watch?
Why should I not make money?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
and it's
listen,
like,
yeah. Oh no, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. And it's just crazy to me because we're still not making money, but
Time, damn it.
I enjoy it because like I have conversations with people all the time that are super interesting. And now to have that, like, not even validated, but like, oh, okay, like there's something there, but everybody thinks too big, man. Everybody's like, everybody. And you were saying this earlier when I told you my numbers, you were like, fuck you, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, bro. Listen, Kanye West isn't the guy he is if he wasn't acting crazy by himself in his room. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real, because there's a million dudes on SoundCloud trying to make trash music, and Kanye West back in the day was like, listen, y'all rapping, I can rap. Boom. And like, I'm just using Kanye as a reference, but they're not wrong when they say, wow, you're doing a podcast. Good luck on that, buddy. Good luck. I mean, the least they could do is probably support, but I guess telling you good luck is another form of support, right?
You know what's a crazy statistic that I heard when I first started? was
Okay.
over 60% of people that start a podcast will not last a year.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Over 40% of people that do pass, they don't get it past the first year. And over 30% of people that still go, they don't go past 100 episodes.
Shit.
Think about that.
But you know, that's the psychology of this kind of shit. You know, like it's the same thing for streaming. It says just excuse me. I have a speech impediment. Don't judge me.
I thought it was just you were trying to speak to me in Spanish.
No. That would be even worse. She'd be like, what is he even pronouncing over here? I've never even heard this kind of Spanish, you know? I'd be like, what you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I would talk to you in Spanish. No, but it's the same thing for like making content. You know, you'll make your first video, you know, expecting thousands, getting nothing. And then you'll make your second video, realize it's doing as bad. Then your third. And then by that, you're like, why am I doing this shit? Because you don't realize you have to, you know, you grow with it. So my first stream, if I watch my first stream, I cringe every time because I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? But that's what got me to this point where I built a nice little community where I got people that come in, where I got people that always want to play, where I got people that just always want to come and chat and shit like that. You know, not every day am I freaking like, you know, I have 1,000 people, but that's fine. I never wanted it to be like, oh God, there's only 5 people in here. Why am I still doing this? You know, because it's, even though there's 5 people, if I was sitting with 5 people, they probably wouldn't want to just see what I got going on. They would probably want to talk about themselves. So it's with growth. It's with growth. You change your habits. You listen to everything you do. You watch everything you do, and you fix what you see is wrong, and you grow. You know.
For me, it's also like I remember when I started it, I was like, oh, I can see myself doing this until I die. That's a big problem that I have. Is I'm the type of person that I have to have like some sort of, it has to seem hopeless. It just has to. It's like jujitsu.
The same way.
Yeah, it's like jujitsu. I've been doing jujitsu for 9 years. Jujitsu is hopeless. Because I see Kayotera come and do a seminar, and I'll see him roll, and I'm like, fuck that little 5'4" Abercrombie looking,
you fucking midget
fucker. Yeah, and he will fuck everybody up. And yeah, just with his eyes closed. But then at the same time, I look at it and I go, well, if I can learn from him, you know what I'm saying, and be able to defend my family, cool. It's like when I started podcasting, I was like, well, man, like I like talking to people, and I like listening to people, and I like learning about people, and I just like talking to people, you know. Not everybody. There's been some people we've had that I'm like, I fucked up, like,
but that's okay though. That's okay. But see, what you're doing is not like, for instance, you didn't know who the fuck I was before this. You didn't know who I was even after, like, you know, before we had our conversation, you would have never probably heard of me. Maybe later in life, who knows how that would have went. But for the most part, if it wasn't for one of our good buddies, you know, realistically speaking, you probably would have never heard of me. We're in two different lanes.
Will made it possible. And then I started researching you and watching some stuff, which you I love the comment. I said, you're Puerto Rican, you're from Yauco.
I was like, what are you, an FBI? I was like, holy shit, son, this guy's like checking me out, bro.
I'll tell you a crazy one. We had a comic from back in the day that my boy Eric wanted to have. And I started doing my thing, you know, make some phone calls. And I tell my boy, I go, hey, that guy's an interpreter. Like, he has a degree in interpreting for Italian. He goes, no, he doesn't. I go, that dude never went to college. I'm like, no, I'm 99% sure, because I ran his name with his date of birth, and it coincides with his age and everything.
Shit, did you run my name?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I was like, wait a second. I'm going to lie to this guy. And
bro,
see
yeah.
No.
Because
I was like, this guy works for the fucking FBI.
No. God, no. Fuck the FBI.
Oh, God.
From the bottom of my heart.
We can say that. Yeah, we're gonna have to edit this one out.
What? No, fuck the FBI. From the bottom of my heart. I've seen how the FBI works, bro. You know what the FBI does in a lot of cases? They take work from other people and then they claim it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I've seen that happen. I've legitimately seen people who went, did the whole investigation, arrested the guys, occupied drugs, occupied thousands of dollars in monies. The FBI walked in with a subpoena, and then they said, this is ours now. And the very next day, the headline on the news read, FBI takes thousands of drugs off the streets and confiscates thousands of dollars. It was not the FBI. It was another 3-letter agency. And I've seen that happen a lot. Like
CIA?
a lot.
I'm just throwing names out.
CIA? No. The FBI and the CIA, to my knowledge, they won't fuck really with each other. But, you know, Homeland Security,
That's some gang shit. They probably run into
DEA.
each other at a freaking Starbucks and be like, yo, fuck
Dude,
you.
no.
Fuck you.
Everybody hates each other. You know
Yeah.
why? Because everybody's fighting for a budget. That's why everybody fucking hates each other. It's like in the military. In the military, it's like, well, you know, we were talking earlier about the military. It's like in the military right now, like the army has an issue trying to enlist people. And
Yeah.
everybody's saying, oh, it's because of the wokeness. I'm like, that might be part of it. But you know what the real part of it is? How about guys like me who have kids that are 18, right? Right? Guys my age, not like me, I'm sorry. Guys like my age that went to war 10, 15, 16 years ago. Their kids are now thinking about enlisting. The fuck you think I'm gonna tell my kid? Like,
Don't do
you want to do what?
it. Slap to the face.
What? For why? You can't even wake up early, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like you
be a crayon eater? Shit.
Oh, dude. I have my best friend's a crayon eater.
Oh God.
He's dumb as fuck. That I love that mother. Listen, I'm an
It's not the
honest
guy
friend.
it's not the guy that's in the village, right? With 17 people?
No.
Okay, I was just making sure.
No.
I wish he was here. Oh my God.
Oh fuck, that was funny. Oh my God, that took me a minute. Hold on. And dude, like, you know, man, some people stay in. I miss it. I miss it every day.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I can rationalize it, right? I don't. What I miss is that everybody really knows their place in the military. Whether they act like it is a different story. We can have that conversation, but that's a separate thing, right? But everybody understands I am a private. I am a specialist. I am a sergeant. I am a staff sergeant. I am a sergeant first class. I am a master sergeant. I'm a first sergeant. I'm a sergeant major. I'm a lieutenant. I'm a captain. I'm this. Like, everybody understands their fucking place. And everybody follows it. Because if you don't follow it, you get fucking fired. And if you get fired enough fucking times, you just get kicked out for failure to adapt, right?
Wait, you get fired? What do you have, contracts, right? Is that what you have?
No, it's not contract. Like, I'll give you an example. I was a military policeman. Military policemen have five main how do I explain this? So every job in the military has distinctive missions, right? So for example, right, like you can be on 11 Bravo, right, which the numbers and the letters coincide to basically job descriptions. That's the best way that they can do it. Instead of saying, oh, I want to be this, well, hey, I want to be in 11, like 31 Bravo is 31B is military police, right? When I was in, at least. And one of the things is you have five functions, and I can't fucking remember right now, but you have 5 functions. So you could meet someone that was an MP and worked investigations and narcotics. You can meet another guy that was a canine handler, right? You can meet another guy and he did detainee operations. You can meet another guy and he ran missions and he fucking went to shoot the shit and went to pick up bad guys. Or you can have a guy that he went to Iraq and ran missions, worked with canine, did detainee operations, did investigative work, did this, did everything in 15 months or in a year or 12 or 6 months. And then he comes back and then he does something else. Like, the thing that people don't understand about the Army is that in order for you to advance, you have to be able to have certain skills. Like, dude, everybody should want to be a drill sergeant. Not everybody should be a drill sergeant, but everybody should want to be a drill sergeant. Because what is a drill sergeant if not fucking upper management? You know what I'm saying? Like, upper management. So those are that's how the Army operates, is you have lower, middle, and upper management, right?
Okay.
Drill sergeants, to me, they were upper, because it's like, I have to listen to what that motherfucker says. What I realized later is they're more like middle management, because they have to deal with us. And then they also have to deal with the standards that are given to them that they have to teach you by. And the other thing great about the military is the way that you learn and get taught in the military is by a crawl, walk, and run phase, right? For example, streaming, right? You probably had to learn how to set up the stream, put your camera, get your banner, get the chat going, how to pay attention to two things at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh shit, yeah, I can do this with one hand. Like, yeah, I'm gonna kill this guy too. Watch this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the thing that the military really focuses on. And like, everybody has different experiences. Like for me, my 5 years was just go, 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 go. Like there was no fucking break. Like when I was in a line unit, if you were not working the road as an MP, you were out doing training for 8-10 hours in a day. And then you did PT twice. Like it was not fucking fun at all.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun at all, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Nah, dude. Well, you have downtime. Like I played a lot of video games, you know, but you're so tired from everything that you're just kind of like, I'm gonna have half a bottle of Jack and go to bed, you know. Not that was me. Like
no, I know. I've had some friends who be like, yeah, I drank a lot there.
Oh,
yeah,
bro,
bro,
you'll drink.
You gotta tell me.
Bro, you'll drink. Like you'll drink.
Yeah,
oh, dude. Because you can't do drugs. Well, let me rephrase it. You shouldn't do drugs.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't do drugs, right? But the thing is you're like, well, I don't want to get recalled back, because if I get called and I say that I'm available, they'll send me back. So I just have a couple shots of tequila. If they call me, it's like, hey man, sorry, can't drive.
That's a good way to get out of that shit. Damn, guys.
You know how many times?
See if I was to like, join the military, I would want to be like tech support. The guys who jam their gun. You know what I'm saying? If your computer's not working, you just call me. I know it's not a thing. I'm just saying that's what I would.
No, that's a thing.
That's a thing. That's what I would want to do.
That's 100. And
hey,
it's
man, my gun is jammed. How do I fix this? All right, did you try whatever, walk them down the steps? Computer isn't working. Did you try turning it on and off? Off and on, excuse me. Like that's what I would like to do. I don't want to be a grunt over there, taking a shit in a hole that I just dug up and digging the hole up.
IT specialist. It's called 25 Bravo. Military Occupational MOS 25 Bravo. Information Technology Specialist. Yeah, it's actually a job, and they got a $50,000 bonus.
Dude, I'd wear fucking like big glasses and shit. Are you kidding me?
You wear the BCGs, the birth control glasses?
Sure, man. If that's the birth control, I'll wear whatever the hell makes him be like, yeah, we can't put this guy on the field. Fuck that. We're gonna leave him right behind this damn computer, and he could just figure this shit out. That's what I would do.
Well, the thing that you also realize in the Army is that you'll have good leaders and shitty leaders, and the problem a lot of times is, from what I've heard from people, is they have more shitty leaders than good leaders.
It's like working at a job you hate, right?
Dude. Oh my God. Literally, I had the same conversation today with a dear friend of ours that he's thinking about getting out. And I was like, why? He goes, oh, because everybody thinks they're so special and this and that. And I'm like, that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like everywhere. There's a motherfucker who thinks that his dick is the biggest, or, my shit don't stink. Like, but at least no matter what, you get paid, you have a roof over your head. And like, dude, it's a rough time to leave anything. Like, you remember in 2008 when we had that big collapse and shit like that?
Yeah.
I was in Iraq.
Like 16, but you were in Iraq?
I was in Iraq, bro, when that happened.
Jesus
I went to
Christ.
basic January 9 of 2008. Mid-June, I left for Iraq. 2009, September 3rd, I came back, and I'm like, hey, man, these houses are really fucking cheap. What happened? And everybody's like, where the fuck have you been, in another part of the world? Funny story. Yes, I have. Dude, I missed the whole fucking economic collapse and shit. So we're living it now,
Yeah, well, hopefully it collapses more. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm not liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Yeah,
like,
I can't joke around like that. Yeah, I feel you on that one.
No, but you got a good job. You got a good job. Like you're gonna be okay. It's more of like, Yeah. It's more of like the people who have like investments. Like I have a lot of friends who've lost a lot of money. And what they did was instead of crying, a lot of them were like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna double down and just put more money. And that way in 10 years I'll be fucking set, you know? But dude, it's
Hey, that's
been
a gamble. Yep.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a gamble.
It's a roll of the dice. That's why I like to gamble on skills. Like me personally, I'd like to get the podcast growing because it's which by the way, if you haven't joined our Patreon, you should. Uh
Join that shit.
join that shit.
Join that shit.
Uh
There you
one of the things that I like with content creation right now is that it's just going up. Just going up for the
go. Well,
next
since COVID, man, content was like I mean, what movies was coming out? We had very few movies coming out.
Mhm,
You know, very new very few shows coming out. There was not
mhm,
much happening. So what did you do? You had an asshole like me in front of a camera, probably trying to make you laugh. You know,
mhm.
while you're stuck in your house, freaking, 18 hours of the day, because you probably go touch grass like once a day, or once a week, whatever the case is.
What
So
really surprised me was how little I went out. I didn't realize like how little I go out until
I
COVID.
worked, I worked through that shit. So like,
Yeah,
I
same.
was, yeah,
Yeah, same here.
but
I did shows. I was doing shows and whatnot.
were you wearing a
Uh,
mask?
yeah, dude. Yeah, I would send. Sometimes I wouldn't because if I didn't have, they weren't. They were like, okay, cool. I don't have to. Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's the Midwest. But I will tell you this: wherever we went to a hotel. Before I went in, I'd sanitize. Like the guys used to make fun of me. The comics used to make fun. The comics that I traveled with used to make fun of me because I have an army bag, and in that bag, I got sanitizing wipes. I got Lysol. I got Ozium. I don't know if you ever use Ozium.
Yeah, I know what it was you. Yeah.
Ozium,
Mhm.
Ozium, bro. Ozium,
Mhm.
right? I'd Ozium the hotel room. I'd Lysol spray the hotel room, and then I'd wait, and then I'd go back in. Bro, I caught COVID once during the whole thing.
Dude, I
Once.
just had COVID like a month ago. First time.
Oh, first time? How
First
was it?
time.
How'd you feel?
I just had a headache for one day and I
Okay.
just wanted to sleep. That was it. That was all.
I had it when we first got on iHeart.
Oh
Like
God.
when bro, like the week that we announced, oh my God, iHeart finally took us in, because for a little while, iHeart was like saying no to people for podcasts and stuff. Which shout out to iHeart Radio. Like I love iHeart. If I ever got to pick who I could sign a deal with for the show, it would be with iHeart. Just because I
Uh,
know a lot of people who work there and I know the work environment and like I've just heard great things. Not that I haven't heard great things about Spotify, but we know that Spotify has a king already, we, we,
God damn it.
we know. But dude, yeah, I had it and like I was like, and we have like a lot of live guests come to the show, and bro, I had to cancel. I had to cancel. Had to
Oh,
cancel. Yeah, I had to, man. And it was good because the first 3 days I was just like my chest was really heavy and like really, really congested. Like
okay.
just really
Fever?
congested.
Anything like that? No.
No fever, but like I was taking like 3 showers a day in like cold water. I'd fill up the tub with ice and I just
Yeah.
dunk in. And I felt better after that. Like my joints felt better after that. My wife, on the other hand, it took 2 weeks for her to recover.
She got it the same time you did,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
assume.
I got it because of her because she works in a hospital.
Oh, she got that real shit. She got that
Yeah.
Wuhan special.
And
That's the shit that was taking everybody out. You see? Yeah, we got the soft shit. I mean, I don't know about you. You probably got the same shit, but you got a second hand. It's like sitting with somebody that's smoking a cigarette. It's the same effect, but not as bad. It'll take some time, but it'll get there. I got this shit that's like, you know what? Fuck it. Just give it to him.
you got that
Everybody
ninja,
needs
you got
it.
that ninja variant.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah. The one that came in and we left. I was like, I don't got COVID, man. I'll go lick doorknobs after this shit. Like I was not afraid after that.
Sounds like my mother. She just came and left, practiced social distance for 32 years then. So
Oh my god. Yeah, man. It's just
no,
it's
I
a it's
feel
a, it's a
you.
crazy time in life. Like, I
I
guess
just can't. I just I don't know, man. It's so crazy, like to freeze everything.
yo,
And then what kills me was the other day I was on my Facebook and a thing about Ebola popped up.
fuck Ebola. We can
And it
handle that.
was and it was the same thing. Everybody's like, you gotta wear all this and that. And I was like, well, we didn't like did we lose our minds over that? Because I don't feel like we did.
Yeah,
And
no, the first
granted,
time we were okay. Yeah. People's
yeah,
eyeballs were popping out. We are like, fuck Ebola. Yeah. It's the hell. Come on. Then what do we have? The monkeypox or whatever it
the
was?
monkeypox now. There's always something. Like there's always going to be something. I remember in the army, we used to get. That's the one thing that I always tell people when they enlist. It's like, listen, your ass belongs to the government. Your government property. Like whether you're recruited, no. Yes, the fuck you are. Go injure yourself on purpose and tell me what they charge you with. Destruction of government property. They can do that.
Oh God.
Tell me that's not crazy.
That is crazy.
So that's why I tell people, but at the same time, you know, like we have a friend that and I don't want to say his name, he's getting ready to go. Like me and that motherfucker, we're ruck marching twice a week with backpacks and stuff and boots. I've had to like start taking care of my feet because when you walk everywhere like you do in the army, I didn't realize this until I got out. Like you should get pedicures.
Yeah, your feet probably look like shit.
My feet?
Yeah. Well, maybe not now, but when
no,
you
they
home,
do. No, they do.
They do.
I did a lot of damage to my feet. I actually I actually lost all the skin up to my second layer.
Oh.
And I wish I would have kept those boots because it was like an 18-mile ruck march that I did. It's just fucking 18 miles, dude. And I fucking lost all the skin on my feet. And it was painful as fuck.
Dude, I believe it. They give you a boot that's like a one size fits all kind of ordeal. They don't even exercise.
Nah, you get. They got better boots now. They got better boots.
Okay.
Yeah, and I you know, you get a uniform allowance, which isn't much, but you should. What I always tell people is you should take like $50 every month, right? Every month, just take 25 out of each paycheck, and save it so you can buy new uniforms. Because man, you know, if you're training and stuff like that,
like a fucking gi.
Yes,
right?
yes, exactly like a gi.
Yeah.
Exactly like a gi. You should have your heavy gi, right? Which is for you to sweat it out. You should have your light gi, which should be, hey, for promotions, like if you have a promotion ceremony or something, you want to have a presentable gi. And then you should have your competition gis. And you shouldn't fuck with those. You should wash those separately. Because, dude, one of the things that people don't get, and I had to teach this in the military too, is like when you're stress training, right? Like when you're doing room clearing, when you're doing you know, live fire drills, like, hey, we're about to like go into the shoot house and we're gonna shoot, like you stress sweat. And stress sweat is fucking different.
Yeah, that sounds like pre-com. Okay. Jesus Christ. It's like it's effective. Oh my God.
Stress sweat is like pre-cum. Oh my God, that's so funny. That's so good. That's so good. But wait, how is it like pre-cum though?
I don't know, man. It's just as effective as sweat, but you know, it's probably worse. I don't know, man. Listen, I did airsoft and clearing a room, my balls would be leaking. All right. Cause I'd be like, fuck. And you
dude. Yeah, dude. I remember
I learned from that shit.
Dude, yeah.
I learned that like if I had to clear a room, my chances are probably not even 50-50 because this motherfucker's set up behind pillows and shit. All right. He's got whatever camouflage he's got in. The lights are off. All he needs to see is the door open and just air out. I learned that shit through there. So I can only imagine. Were you guys shooting rubber bullets?
SEM rounds. They're called SEM rounds.
The hell is that?
Semunition rounds. Here, I'll show you real quick. SEM rounds, you get used to it after getting hit so many times. But the problem is they scar you. Like depending on, like I have a few scars on my back from it. And on my like on my bicep, I have like a few, like you can tell like, oh shit, like you got hit.
I bet you could.
But they're not that bad.
I got shot by a BB once, like right on my cheek, and my whole face swelled up. If I got shot by this SEM round, I'll probably be on the floor.
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And it's actually, you know what? It's actually one of the best things that it's probably one of the best training tools to help you understand how to move on when you're in pain. Because that's one of the biggest that's one of the biggest concerns that people have when they're training their soldiers is like, okay, how are you going to react when shit, you know, really fucking hits the fan, you know? Yeah. And that's hard to that's like really hard to like.
Yeah, you can't tell yourself I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. Fuck that,
bro. I'll tell you what. The first 3 weeks that I was going out on missions, I puked every day. Puked every day.
From being nervous.
Well, because like, you know, the first like 8 times that I went out, we found 3 IEDs.
Oh God.
See what I'm saying?
I'm assuming you had the pre-cum sweat too, right?
It's the
like constant.
it's the well, the thing is when you find it, that's not the worst part. Then you have to make sure, is that the primary one? Is that a secondary one? Are they recording us to see how we react to it? Are they just gonna blow it up and start shooting at us? Are they gonna?
It's smarter than we make them seem, man.
Oh, bro,
dude, they gotta be
fuck around.
Yeah,
fuck around. Yeah, fuck around. They're very resourceful. And the thing is, man, is like, you know, dude, what people don't understand about that part of the world, and this is something that like really hit me, was that a lot of those people are very happy with so little. Like I remember going to villages and just giving like food, you know.
Oh, you must have been like freaking Michael Jackson over there.
Oh, dude, it really woke me up to like how good we have it. And listen, I'm not saying that shit's perfect. Obviously, there's a lot of fucked up shit that happens, you know?
Absolutely.
But it's like, dude, like, I'll show you this, right? Let me show you this one right here. So this is what a SEM round is. For the people that are at home, if you go on Google and you type in SEM rounds, SEM rounds, you'll see it. Yeah, this is what it leaves. There it is. That's a good picture right there.
Does it leave a paint splatter? Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't
so
look
that's
too
what
bad.
it looks like. That's what it looks like on my skin now. It's just like a little scab that you can tell clear as day. But that was on me. I should have been wearing better protective gear. I should have been you know, I should have been. This is for the 5.56 ones. And then these are the 9mm. Well, not that one. This is the one that you want. This one fucking hurts. That's a 9mm CQT. You want the FX one. Like that one. That one will still hurt, but this one.
That looks like it'll take you down.
Nah, man. Like those things, they're done.
Number 7 will leave a hole in you for sure.
Oh well, that's a NATO 5.56.
Yeah, I know.
That'll leave a hole in you. And it'll probably come out of you and all that other stuff. But here, I'll show you this. This is a picture that I love a lot. Because this picture was taken in one of the Mahalas. We took out some guys. Not took out some guys. We got some guys out that were not very nice. And the next day we went there and we were just with the kids. The kids came out to
kid looks like a Diego. That first kid looked like a Diego. He looked
bro,
like
that kid, look at that. That's blonde hair, bro. You know that kid in Iraqi.
Wrong country, right?
You know that kid in Iraqi, bro. I tell you what, I saw one time. I saw a redhead, a ginger Iraqi.
That would have thrown me off.
Throw me off, bro. We know what the fuck happened. We know. We all know. We all know. That kid's mom can't be like, "Oh, your dad was a Viking." Bitch, no, he wasn't.
Yeah, no. Nah, he was in the army, slanging dick like a fuckhead soldier.
But guess what? He is. Yeah, see, and that's the crazy part is you don't. This is the crazy part is you don't know if that was consensual or not. See, that's the shit that like trips me the fuck out. Fuck, because you know that kid, dude. I was the whitest kid in my school, and I used to get picked on, called gringuito. Like
you went to school with a lot of Spanish people.
I went to school in Puerto Rico up to high school.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I stayed. Yeah, most people,
man, they're rude.
Puerto Ricans are rude. Yeah. Oh, Puerto Rican people are fucking. I was teaching.
They talk shit about each other. I don't understand it.
Yeah, but they do it behind their backs. That's the thing that I don't like. The bochinche, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing I understand. I never liked that. Like I'm like, dude, if you got something to say it to that motherfucker's face. Or if you're gonna say it to me, you better say it to that motherfucker's face. Because I'll look at you and say it. I don't give a fuck. What are you gonna do? You're gonna fight me?
Yeah.
I guess. Like it's a 50-50, you know, like I don't want to fight you, but I'm also not gonna cover the sun with them. And also if I'm wrong about somebody, fucking perfect, man. That's even better for me because it's like, oh, I was wrong. So I gotta figure out where I was wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people aren't like that. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I was wrong. Fuck you, whatever." I'm like,
you're talking to your wife. I'm sorry. I don't know your wife. She's probably a beautiful, like amazing.
My wife's dope, bro. Yeah, my wife's dope. My wife's
You know,
dope.
you know these ladies out there. I was wrong. I was wrong. Yeah, but what about you at this time? You're still wrong
Are
now.
you married? Are you married right now?
No, I'm not married right now.
Bro, we'll get you a Midwest girl.
Oh, yeah. She's
Bro.
probably gonna find you. She's probably better at tracking than you are.
Oh, my wife?
No, my
Fuck
lady.
yes.
No,
Your
I'm talking about
lady?
my, yeah, she'll find you, bro, for saying that. In the eyes of an angel.
I'm gonna hear a knock on the studio door like, whoa, how the fuck? This bitch
Who
is
the fuck
tracking
you?
me.
Shit.
About to get swatted.
Next podcast. Get down.
Oh my God. I would call you. I'd be like, listen, man, tell her I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
No, my wife's dope, man. I think that anybody who has the balls in their place to deal with a dude that has a kid with someone else, like, my hat's off to them. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to do it. Like I hate this about myself because I wish I was more giving and more understanding, but I just wouldn't be able to. Because first of all, if that happens, I would want the other parent to know who I am. And I think that's a very reasonable thing, I would say,
Yeah.
like if you you would want to know, like, if things get serious and your kid's going to be around, like, hey man, this is who I am, not hide, because that's the worst you could do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just scary, man, because it's like you don't know how the kid's going to react. Like, you don't know.
Yeah.
The kid might not like that person, and then it's like, well, fuck. Like, well, why doesn't he like that person? And then it's just, I've been very blessed that we get along.
That's
Like, I
good.
love, oh yeah, dude. I have it pretty good, man. Like, I complain a lot, but it's just my personality. I'm a complainer. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I am. Like, even in the army, it was like, hey, we gotta
Why
go.
is his boots better than mine? The fuck is this about?
Oh, no. I
You
try
just
not
started.
to compare myself, because I used to do that a lot. And I remember when this happened. I was drinking at my barracks apartment, and I was like, man, why did this motherfucker get to go to that school? I got more education than him. I got this. I got a better PT score. And then I was like, oh man, I sound so shitty saying that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, yeah, fuck him, but good for him. But no, man, I try not to compare myself a lot, because it's just like, you know how it is, dude. Like, like a lot of people, I think that's why a lot of people quit things.
Yeah.
I think 100%
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people quit, is
And it's
just,
just it's
oh,
for content. Just use content as a reference.
mhm.
You're doing the same kind of content as somebody else, but they're winning. You ask yourself, what am I doing wrong, and what are they doing right? I know I do better than this fucking guy or girl,
Mhm.
and you're not winning, or at least seeing the same kind of light that they're seeing. So it's like, is this for me?
Well, I think you got to shave your butthole, and I think those OnlyFans pictures will fucking sell like hotcakes, bro.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? My ass is plastered all over freaking OnlyFans. You kidding me? See, I would be creative with it, like these
You
these
be
ladies out
creative with a
there.
butthole pic. I don't think you can be
Hell
very
yeah.
creative
Are you
with a
kidding me? I'll
butthole
take a
pic.
bottle of honey and I'll squeeze the honey into my butthole. Like,
Oh
you
my
gotta think outside the box. Now we got sweet and salty. You
God.
feel me?
Oh my.
You see, you gotta be creative with this, because just like podcasting or streaming, there's a million motherfuckers doing this. But who's putting honey in their asshole? You're looking at it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you could put a little plugs in there or whatever. That's cool, man. That's cool. We get the
But
honey hitter and you throw it
but
in there.
would you let bees like come near you? Take a
You
picture of
kidding
that?
me? Hell yeah. I'll have a bee sit on my nipple and take a picture with that thing. You
Oh
kidding me?
God, no.
Yeah, man. You
I tell
kidding
you
me?
what, we have a friend of
Put
ours.
peanut butter in my asshole. Let a dog lick it. Whatever.
Oh my.
I'm just joking.
How much you, bro? Watch it. You're gonna throw that out there, and you're gonna have a motherfucker that listens to your stream
Peter's
text you
pulling
and
up.
go, "Yo, how much for that peanut butter? How much do you want for that peanut butter video?"
Oh God. It's gonna be a steep amount. I'm
That
gonna be like,
happened
I'm
to
gonna look
me,
at my dog and say, I'm so sorry about this,
bro.
but you get a snack and you'll get a treat later, I promise. So if you're willing to compromise, and as the dog is looking at me in disgust, right? Licking me and being like, what am I doing right now? Why can I not stop? And be like, just keep
It's
going.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Just keep going. No, don't
Daddy's
sniff anything else. Just keep going. Just
Daddy's gonna buy you a nice steak,
yeah, that's
bro. I had a dude ask me, A random dude off the internet sent me one time. It was like, I'll give you $100 to send me a 10-second video of you smoking a cigar. I was like, bro, get out of here, man. Bro, he got up to $1,500. And I told my wife, I was like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
No, you did it. It's okay.
No.
You don't have to listen. You don't have to admit to it.
No. 100%. No, listen, I would fucking admit it, motherfucker. I would show you the messages, bro. And I didn't do it. And then fucking my wife gets home and she goes, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I would have slapped you.
Bro, my wife almost slapped me.
See, she took the wrong action.
My wife was like,
I would have came home with like a whole fucking like plate full of different ones, Colombian, Cubans.
My wife was like, well, my wife asked questions. My wife is smart. My wife was like, okay, do you have to be naked? I go, no. It's just literally just me with a cigar. And that's it. For 10 seconds. I go, yeah, you don't have to suck on this. I go, no, just me. That's it. She goes, God damn it.
He was about to get money and he was about to finish. Like you fucked up two different things. I don't know. You know, like it's the best of both worlds. You get to smoke a cigarette and you made money. Like how many motherfuckers could say that? And for 10 seconds, you made $1,500. I would have smoked that fucking cigarette. I would have sent him an 11-second video. He really would have fucking like, yeah, I would have like he would have fucking just everywhere. He would have sent me the picture. I'd be like, cool, man. We can
Good
do this
for you,
again.
bro.
Yeah, next time.
I think that wouldn't that be a confidence booster though?
Yeah, hell yeah. What?
I think it would. Like if someone walked up to me, and be like, I masturbate to you angrily, when I hate myself and when I hate my wife, but I still masturbate to you, I'd be like, you know what? Thank you. You owe me a present.
Yeah. Like do you get my good angle, my bad angle? Is my mouth open? Is it closed? Like I need to know just more than you just finished on top of me because you know. Yeah, like thank you. First off, thank you. Were you cursing at me? Like, did you say anything disrespectful that you wouldn't say to somebody else?
I can't believe I like Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, you fucking you know, like I need to know.
I don't think I would be mad if someone said something racist to me while they came. I think I would have a hard time being mad. Like if my wife was like, you fucking Puerto Rican, like, and I'm coming, I'm like, okay. Like, you know, it is what it is.
You shoot that shit on her back and you put the blanket on. You just let it dry there. Just tell her to run around like Superman. Just fucking go, baby, go. Are you kidding me? Oh man, if my lady ever says some shit, I'd be like, oh yeah, work. Okay, cool. I'm cool with this one. Yeah,
dude, I don't know. I know a lot of guys who are letting their old lady start on OnlyFans and they run it.
I know some people too. And hear me out. Mm-hmm. You and I both know, and I'm pretty sure your listeners, they all know sex sells, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, if there was a girl you went to high school with, you know, and you know, you would go to her MySpace and jerk off to her profile picture. She said randomly, I have an OnlyFans, and you're like, well, let's endeavor in this now. Let's see what we actually missed out on. You know, like.
So here's the question to you: if you were happily married, and everybody has the one that got away, right? Everybody has that one chick that was like, I fucked that up. Like like everyone listening has that one guy or that one gal that they were like, oh, that could have been so beautiful and I fucked it up. Like I royally fucked it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if you're happily married and she has an OnlyFans for $2 a month? Would you make the decision to roll the dice and play Russian roulette on your marriage for $2?
I wouldn't, but I also have a private browser, so you never know. No, I'm just joking. No, but I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't, because in my head, I'm just like, how disgusting of me just to pay $2 to see this shit. And I think what would be the worst if it's bad.
How can it be bad though?
Bro, what if it's like, we, you know, like I said, we can get creative with it, but
no, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Like,
how can it be? Titties are titties, bro.
No, I feel you, but you paid it $2 and the first video there is her farting, you know, like,
oh, come on, Squid.
There you go. It could be bad, bro. It could be bad. You see, you're welcome, dude. You're welcome.
No,
that's what you gotta think about next time you see the girl down the block. And your friend, you know, he doesn't even have to pay for OnlyFans. He can literally just take the photos for everybody. There's only 17 people there or 16 people there. He could just do whatever the fuck he wants. So he's good. But I wouldn't.
I just don't have an interest
if
in.
your woman, let me ask you a question. This is a better question. If your woman say, "Hey, let's do an OnlyFans," you run it. You run it.
Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Whatever.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Let's say she gets a DM. Hey, listen, you know, I just want to, I don't know. Just, I don't know how to be descriptive here. Put a finger in your ass and that's it. You know, whatever. $100.
No, I wouldn't let
finger in the ass.
her put a finger in her ass and
Yeah,
just
record it.
Oh yeah, fuck it.
$100.
Fuck it.
See,
Fuck
us
it.
men are we're
Fuck it.
simple. We're
Fuck it.
simple.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is my wife would have to be okay with it, and there would have to be an
but if
understanding.
she was okay with 100%, right?
Oh
You're allowed
yeah,
to run
she
it.
wouldn't.
You're allowed to talk.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. Yeah.
I would just talk to the guys. I would put her on a webcam. Listen, this is like gonna sound like some Andrew Tate shit, but like I know of people that have been doing this for years, and then Andrew Tate, you know who Andrew Tate is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Andrew Tate comes out and says, "Oh, I had this webcam show, and bro, I got a friend who used to make $7,000 a month doing that, and he would just be the guy chatting to the dudes.
I would do that. Hell yeah.
But dude, but this isn't anything new.
Nah.
Like it's not anything new. It's just no one ever really thought about. Like, dude, I know for a fact that probably the majority of people who have like a big OnlyFans, it's their significant other running it. That's why like the whole thing with what's her name? You said hot tub earlier, and it just made me think.
Oh, like, the Twitch streamer girl?
Amora.
Yeah.
Amarath. I remember the first time I heard about her was like 6 months ago. My buddy was like, because I downloaded Twitch because I was starting like my own Twitch. And I was like, oh man, I can watch Final Fantasy. Like, this is so cool. Like, because there's games. I don't know if this happens to you, right? There's games that I don't want to play, but I want to watch it because I want to enjoy the story.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing I love about games is I love the story that it brings to me in 11 hours, 8 hours, 4 hours, however fucking long that is, right? But I did not know that there was a section in Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Where people are just jumping up and down on floaties or inflatable. The fuck is it? What the fuck
arm
was
flailing,
it?
Inflatable arm tube mans?
Yeah, or like little islands and stuff like that. I did not. And then I watched it and I was like, why? And then I was like, you know what? I want to know why. And bro, I went through like 5 different people for a week, and I was adding up how much they were making while staring at titties, obviously. And I almost shit myself. Like literally, like dude, between like 5 people, there was like $300,000 in a week.
Dude, I'm 2 seconds from throwing a curveball in my life, getting some titties like put in here and just, you know, fuck it. Say fuck it, man.
Say fuck it,
guys. Buy a wig and shit.
Join my OnlyFans.
Yeah, right. Oh god damn. Damn, daddy.
I do voiceover, dude. So I have to like be able to like change my shit. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh
yeah. It's the and that goes back to saying sex sells. I mean, you know what else sells? Motherfuckers that eat food on a oh my god, like the ASMR motherfuckers that eat food. You just hear.
Oh god, no! That makes me want to punch. That makes me want to punch a puppy. Don't do that.
They start
please don't. No.
They show their fingers.
No.
No.
That makes me no. I'll punch a kitty. I'll punch a kitten, bro.
I'm just saying. But that. Bro,
I don't understand. I don't understand that. I understand the psychology behind sounds. Like I understand that. I've read and talked to like people who are like psychologists that they're like, listen, there's frequencies, and scientists too. Like there's frequencies that you listen to that they help you relax. Like something like for me, I love listening to rainforest sounds.
Okay.
Like water. Like dude, because I have really bad tinnitus. Like here in the studio, dude. That's why I turned this up really high. I can hear like the beep. So like at night I put like thunderstorm sounds and stuff like that.
My son went to sleep every day to like waterfalls. I'd go to sleep
really?
Too. Yeah, he loved that shit. We just
waterfalls don't make me sleep.
But anything, waterfalls, raindrops, it didn't matter. We just played like that white noise in the background. You know, not the TV static noise, but more of like raindrops and shit like that. He would just fall asleep. Forests going on, everything.
Dude, I love it. I loved in Puerto Rico falling asleep listening to the coqui.
Oh God. See, that's cool, man. But then there's like a point where you just want them to shut the fuck up, or you hear the rooster running around. You know, you're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, in a sense, but like I don't know, man. Puerto Rico will always hold a special place in my heart, but it's there's so much corruption, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
there's so little opportunities that it's like maybe if I ever made it, I'd probably buy a school and I'd probably do that. If I ever made it, I'd probably buy a school and teach. That's what I like to do. Just teach Spanish,
Okay.
teach English, probably teach English down there. Cause that way cause you used to have to know English for you to graduate back in the day. I don't think they do it anymore. I'm not 100% sure. But you used to have to like pass a proficiency for English. You used to have to be able to do that.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. That's why I'm bilingual. Like the reason I'm bilingual was number one, I had a teacher who trained me. She was an interpreter back in the day. And then she trained me to be an interpreter. And then I did improvised oratory for FBLA. And dude, the rest is history. Like that's where I got my passion for reading and stuff like that, like anime, you
Okay.
know? Because like
Yeah.
a good anime, you fuck with anime?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You just
Yeah.
don't have time or
I, I feel like it's that. It's
mm.
mostly just that because I just don't feel like I have time to invest. Like, you know, I'll use one that you would know, like Naruto. There just seems like too many fucking episodes for me to get involved with nowadays.
Have you seen so one thing I understand what you're saying because I'm a huge anime fan, but if I'm being
Okay.
honest, I would rather watch something with 12 episodes one season, right? Give me a story, just give me a story, or
You ever
24
seen like
episodes.
Footy Cootie?
You know, man, I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I haven't seen it.
very
I have
short
it on my
series, but it was
list.
great. It was great. It's
There's a
simple.
lot of romance in that series too, someone told me.
Oh man, there's a lot of sexual scenes. Very, very odd ones. When I watched it when I was younger, I was like, ooh,
Really?
sweet. And then as an adult, I'm like,
Like Cowboy Bebop sexual
oh my god, I used
or
to love Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, shit
love
like
Cowboy
that.
Bebop.
Yu Yu Hakusho. I guess the time I come from
Hunter
India.
Hunter just came back.
Really?
Hunter just came back from I don't know how many years longest. I think it's one of the longest hiatuses ever. And the episode came out today. I just read it today. I just read it
Really?
today. Yeah. Dude, yeah. I see you trying
I'm
to type
typing
it
it
like,
in.
"Oh shit,
Yeah.
wait, what?" Yeah, Hunter new manga. It's like everywhere. I just read it. Like I read it 3 times. And I'm actually rereading Hunter because it's so well written. That's the
Yeah.
one thing that people don't really underestimate. Like if you want, you got to be careful first of all what you let your kids watch,
Oh yeah.
especially when it
Anime
comes
gets
to
kind of
anime.
crazy.
Dude,
Like,
Will messaged me the other night and he goes, "Hey, my kids was watching some anime or something and I don't know what it is, you know, what do you recommend?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I sent him a list and I said I wouldn't let him watch this. I wouldn't let
hmm.
them watch this until like
He asked me. I sent them a few, but
yeah.
I tried to keep it like I think I sent him. I said like you should watch like Inuyasha. If you really want to keep it like kids friendly, I would say like Dragon Balls. Dragon Ball Z. I don't know about the new shit.
And Dragon Ball Z has a lot of
Yeah.
deals Dragon Ball Z touches upon on racism a lot.
Does it
Like,
really?
well, think about this. This is the thing
Even
with
though I
anime,
watched when
right?
I was younger.
So I'll give you this, right? Frieza. What does
Mhm.
Frieza call the Saiyans?
Oh my god, I don't remember.
You fucking monkeys.
Oh god, you're right.
I'll
But
give you
they
another
were
one.
monkeys though.
Yeah, I'll give you another one, right? I'll give you another
Mhm.
one, right? And what does Frieza say? This is a fucking infested planet full of monkeys, and I'm gonna get rid of. I fucking hate the monkeys. You see what I mean? I'll give you another one, right? Ready? Naruto. You know about Naruto, right?
I've never watched
But you know
more
about
than like 3
Naruto.
episodes, but yes, I do know.
Okay. What is Naruto really about? It's
I don't
about
know.
human trafficking,
Really?
war, creating children for war, okay?
Yeah, okay, yeah. That makes
Socioeconomic
sense.
politics, and then the
Huh.
dark side of politics. Because in Naruto, there's a village hidden in the leaf that is the best village ever.
Mhm.
And that village is at war with every other village. And then what happens throughout the story is that they start realizing like, oh, there's going to be a great ninja war. There's going to be the fourth great ninja war. And then all the villages unite going, oh shit, like if we don't get together, we're going to fuck each other up. But in the past, they were trying to fucking kill each other, and it was kids. It was just kids, like
so now they're
teenage
adults,
kids.
right? They have the adult series. Oh.
They do Boruto, which is, I don't have anything nice to say about it.
Trash. Got you. Okay, so I'm not missing out on things because you made it sound interesting with that. But
No. Boruto, I read the manga. Let's put it that
Okay,
way. Let's put it
that's
that
cool.
way. But
you
like,
read from right left. Like
yeah,
you read. Okay,
yeah.
You're not one of these fucking these little Gentiles reading from left to right. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Right to left. That's how you enjoy it.
Oh.
And the other thing is like you know, like someone one time came to the gym and their kid was watching Tokyo Ghoul, and the kid was like 11, and I was like, bro, you let your kid watch that?
It's like letting a kid watch like Death Note or something like that.
Yeah. See, no, that's because the thing is, man, like you shouldn't let your kid until a certain age watch things with death, right? Because children don't understand the concept of death, and then you got to explain to them at a certain age. Okay, like for example, I told my dad one time, I was like, my kid's watching Pokemon. She loves Pokemon.
Dude, there used to be hits in the beginning. I forgot what episode it was. I think it's when he meets Misty.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Misty. No. I think it was Rocket League or whatever. And there's an episode where there's girls with nothing but tits out.
I have to Google that. I don't remember that.
Hold on, I gotta see. Go on.
My thing was Digimon. My thing was Digimon, and I had to explain to my dad the difference. And I said the difference is that Digimon talks about the concept of death. In Pokemon, they faint, or they become ghost Pokemon.
Yeah.
They don't really tell them like, oh, they're dead. Oh my God. You know? So like I told my dad, I said, Digimon is not for kids. Digimon is for teenagers. And my dad goes, you used to watch that when you were a kid. I go, yeah, I loved it. He goes, oh my God. I was like, yep. How you know? Like, dude, the Tokyo Ghoul. I told Will, I was like, don't let your kid watch Tokyo Ghoul. Like that's
dude,
not.
It was when they met Rocket League and they saw it was with Misty. They had bikini tops.
And just big boobs or something.
They actually had their boobs out. I was like, wait a second, there's and this was like before I was going to school, like elementary. No, it was probably middle school. I was like, am I about to jerk off to this right now? Is this how we're starting the morning off?
Thank you, TiVo. Yeah. Bro, that also sells.
But it's called. It's a banned episode now. But
yeah, see, I could see that. Pokemon is just the reason why Pokemon is so successful with kids, and why it's actually good for your kids to watch like the first few episodes, is because it teaches color coordination, repetition, and association, word association. Like, why do you think the Pokemon repeat their names?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Go ask my kid a Pokemon. Point a Pokemon out of the first 200. My kid can name it. Damn. And I don't know how. She just loves it, but she understands. Oh, Bulbasaur. Well, Bulbasaur is green. Pikachu. That's why when you hear them talk, what they're actually doing is they're phonetically spelling Pikachu. Pikachu. That's what it's doing. That's why Pokemon used to be like really cool. And I figured that out like years ago when I was talking to a psychologist friend of mine, and she was telling me that she was watching Pokemon one day because her kids loved it, and she was like, oh my God, they're teaching you like word association and color association, and oh my God, that's so interesting. That's why if you notice, the Pokemons have like almost the same layer. Like Bulbasaur is almost all green, Pikachu's almost all yellow, Charmander's almost all. Yeah, dude, they did that on purpose. That's why Pokemon is so fucking huge. Because it's like, how the fuck can you not remember a Pokemon's name when that's all they fucking say?
Yeah. Oh my God, I never thought of that. Damn it! Yeah. Now you're gonna be fucked up here,
dude. I'll give you another one. Cowboy Bebop. What's Cowboy Bebop renowned for?
Oh, dude, I don't fucking remember. It's been years since I've seen it.
Cowboy Bebop became insanely popular, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it was because it was one of the first animes to really combine like jazzy style of like music, like dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, I
dun,
used to
dun.
that shit, man.
So right, and they figured out how to combine that old classical music with it, because music, like they had like sounds and stuff like that, but like music wasn't really heavily used, right?
Yeah.
It was like they had like a soundtrack for something, but it wasn't music. It was like background noise, right?
Mhm.
Like a Sailor Moon, for example, you know, when they would transform, it have like a little instrumental thing.
Mhm.
And then and this is a great example of it, by the way. Have you seen you got to watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners. God, it's
Yep.
so good.
Yeah.
God, it's so, I've been playing Cyberpunk all
I
week.
don't know. I didn't play the game because it came out and flopped. So I was like, yep, I'm gonna miss this one.
No, dude. I just watch that and then play the game. It's so good. Like the story has everything. It has tits, it has sex, it has food, it has social not social, I'm sorry, what's it called? Minorities versus the rich, you know, sort of
Mm.
ordeal, that sort of mentality. Like that's what people don't understand. Like when I look at something, I go, okay, what is this going to talk to me about? Like Cyberpunk is about the difference in social classes. That's
Yeah.
what Cyberpunk is about. You got the nomads, you got the big old bad corpos, then you have these people, and then you have, you know, Night City, which is like where everybody's just wild, you know, everybody takes
Popping
bribes in this.
ecstasy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then everybody has like this addiction to cyberware, right? But it's like when you look at it, it's like, oh, it's talking about social classes, the clash of social classes. That's what it's about when you break it down.
Hmm.
The Hunger Games.
Oh, I like Hunger Games. Yeah. Okay.
But what is the Hunger Games about?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Taking people from
That's what I'm saying. It's a trafficking and this. So like when you look at things like that, like Harry Potter.
Fuck Harry Potter.
Harry Potter touches upon a lot of racism stuff. Like when people call the Muggles mudbloods, or Muggle blood or whatever the fuck, right?
You
It's
better
talking
say
about,
it correctly or you're getting
God
struck
damn
by
it, I'm
anybody. Yeah.
fucking, what
You better
was
be
it
careful
again?
with Harry Potter.
What the fuck was it again? I'm
I
sorry.
don't know. You better make
It
sure you
was
come
no,
correct.
it
I
was
don't know.
mudbloods. It was you filthy mudblood,
I don't
filthy
know.
muggle.
You keep
Oh,
saying
hold
that,
on,
and I'm
hold on,
thinking of
hold on,
Mudblood over here.
hold on.
Yeah, you got to come correct, man. They don't fuck around with that stuff. What?
Yeah,
My
them
kids are
Harry Potter.
heavily
My wife's a
invested.
Harry Potter. She's gonna listen to this show and be like, "We're getting a divorce. How the fuck could you fuck that up?" We
The whole
have
fucking thing. We've watched this shit so
my
many
back.
times.
Muggle born, Muggle blood. Yeah, Muggle blood.
Okay.
Muggle blood, not mud
Uh,
blood. Muggle blood. I don't
yeah.
know say I said
Sorry,
mud.
people. We had
My
to just
bad.
make sure. No, you're good. I'm just helping
J.K.
you out before
Rowling,
you
we
get
asked you
struck.
to be on the podcast and you politely said you were busy. So I still love you. We actually
Oh,
did, by
nice.
the way. Yeah, we actually
Did
did. We very politely answered back within 24 hours. Was like, at this time, Miss J.K. Rowling's is very busy, but thank you so much for the support.
Doing what?
And yeah, dude, I just ask people.
No, I know. I feel you. But doing what? What the fuck are you doing?
J.K. Rowling, she has
You have another book out?
a thing. Yeah, she has another one out, but she has this thing with helping like literacy and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Like you,
Okay.
oh yeah,
She's
dude.
busy.
Once you reach a certain amount of money, like me, once I reach an amount of money where I can start like helping, like one of the things I'd like to do is teach everybody who comes into the country, teach them Spanish, comes legally or under
Teach them Spanish or teach them
teach them
English?
English. I'm sorry, teach them
Okay.
English,
I was
teach them
like, what the
English.
fuck does he mean by
That
this?
was that was the edible kicking in.
Oh, nice. It finally worked. That's awesome. Yeah, your eyes are even lower than before. That's
No,
awesome.
that's from the light, and because
I know. I'm fucking with you, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't gotta explain shit. I'm just fucking with you.
yeah, no, once you get like I'd like to teach people English, man. I think it's really cool to, I don't know, man, just I don't know about you, but you probably, you know, you've been a mechanic for a while. So it's like when you teach someone new something, you're like, oh shit, passing it down. Like that's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
love that feeling, man. I love that feeling. And as an interpreter, I get it a lot too. Cause
Yeah.
I'm there when people like they don't know what the fuck is going on. And I walk in like a big dick in a locker room, like, what's up? That's right. You see me. You see me. You know,
Big dick in a locker room.
that's a Bert Kreischer joke.
Oh my god.
That's a Bert Kreischer.
Oh my god.
When you gonna do comedy, bro? When you gonna do an open mic?
I don't know. I gotta keep psyching myself out of it. That's
What?
the biggest one.
What if?
Like,
Where are you at in New York? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm on Long Island.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bro, we just interviewed Joseph D'Onofrio, who he's actually staying there for a while. He's a guy that he played the kid in A Bronx Tale. The kid that got picked up in the Bronx Tale, the old movie.
Hold on. What's his name? Joseph what?
Joseph
D'Onofrio?
D'Onofrio. Donofrio. He was really good to interview. And then we had this one
Oh, this
you'll like.
motherfucker looks like he was born in fucking
That's what
he
I'm
looks like a
saying.
Italian mobster for sure.
Bro, he is the nicest dude that you will ever meet. And he doesn't put up with negativity. Like he won't he was so nice to have. He actually said that he wanted to do a movie and he threw it out there with Robert De Niro. Was
That's
Robert
cool.
De Niro? I think it was Robert De Niro. I
That'd
think
be
it
good.
was.
By the way he looks, that looks like a perfect movie to come together.
So he does comedy shows down there. He's actually invited us a couple times. And then I have a friend of mine
Dude,
who
if you come down here, let me know, man.
I have to, man. Me and Eric have to make a trip. We have a lot of friends that they do comedy up there. Adam Gable, Rojo Perez. If you don't know who Rojo is and you like Hispanic cultural comedy,
Check him
highly,
out.
highly recommended.
Right.
Highly. I'm actually a fan of Rojo. And the way that we had him on the podcast was my boy Danny called me with Rojo on the line, and Rojo's like, yo, man, I reach out to do your podcast and you never reach back to me. And I almost shit my fucking pants because I did not think he would fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? Like Rojo he's been on Comedy Central. He's been on Conan. Like the fuck you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like I was real honored to have that dude.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got to go to New York, man. New York is, I've only been to New York like twice, like New York City.
Well, I mean,
and it was for jiu-jitsu.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. New York has
What, for 10th Planet?
No.
Oh, they're in the city.
I almost said something. I was like, no. That's
Don't
not
fucking
nice.
do it. Say it. You won't.
No, it was to train with the Meow Brothers.
Oh.
Yeah, straight. It was cool. Between, because I have a friend of mine that he hooked me up with. He was like, you can either go do a private with Marcelo or you can do a private with the Meows. And at that time, my game heavily relied on Berimbolo. So I was like, oh, I want to train with the Meows. And I did. And it was really scary.
I bet you it was.
It was terrifying to see these 230-pound dudes that just fucked me up.
People up. Yeah, hell yeah.
Like
I trained under I don't know if you might Alex Vamos. That's who I trained under. I don't know if you know who he is.
How long you been training?
Dude, well, I trained almost like 2 years. And then I stopped.
Why?
Shit was getting expensive, so.
Really?
For
like
me,
why?
Yeah. Well, you know what it was where I was working at the time? I was making enough money to go, but it was definitely hurting me in other places, like, couldn't do this or couldn't pay this bill, So I had to be like,
no, that's not good. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so that's what I was like, all right, I've been pushing this for too long, but I loved doing it. And once I got my tailbone injured, and I spent like almost 2 months away from it because I couldn't sit down, I couldn't shit, like, it was a nightmare. I'll sit down, my ass felt like it was on fire, like literally the back of my, like the lower back, killed me. Somebody was just passing my guard, their knee hit me perfectly, and I immediately I was like, oh, and I, like, my body went straight, and I was just in pain, couldn't even lay down. It was horrible.
So that's why I started lifting, man. Like I started lifting, like I gained like over 100 pounds, well over 100 pounds.
Oh, you thick daddy, I got you.
Oh, no. Like if I showed you a picture of me when I competed and you see me now, you'd be like, okay, you're starting to look like that a little bit. Yeah, man, that's on me, man. That's on me. And like a lot of guys get upset when people make fun of my weight. But at the same time, it's like, nah, dude, like I should have never let this happen. Like I'm the type of dude that I'll look at myself and be like, that was my fault. But that was my fault.
That you gained weight?
Oh yeah. Because I allowed depression. Because I allowed depression to fucking kick my ass.
Yeah, that's what happens. It's either you gain weight or you lose weight. I lost weight.
You lost weight?
When I was going through like depression and shit like that. Oh, I lost like 50 pounds in like 2 months.
How'd you get out of it?
Well, I guess you can't say I'm fully out.
No, you're never. Yeah.
But it was hard. It was really hard because I would look at, because this is before my son was born. I would look at my daughters and be like, why am I thinking like this? Like, I don't have everything that I want, but I have everything I need.
What do you
Like
mean? In what sense?
I have kids that love me. It's not like I'm by myself. I have a family that
Yeah.
supports me. I have a roof over my head. I got food, got a job. But man, it just seemed like nothing fucking mattered. So
Nothing would fill you. Nothing would make you
nothing,
feel alive.
nothing made me feel alive. Nothing. And I think, and I tell my lady this to this day, whatever. I was just really like down in the gutter. So I went to the basketball court with a basketball. Never played basketball growing up. I played like football and stuff like that. I just started shooting around. And then whatever I'm shooting, these dudes are like, yo, you want to play? I'm like, I'm no fucking good. I guess. Clearly, I was no fucking good.
But
No,
still.
yeah, like they probably gave me the ball like twice and I would fuck it up. And then I gained a passion from doing that, like playing basketball, like, oh, I want to get better at this, get better at that. So then for years now, like literally, if I go more than 1 week without like touching a basketball, I start to get like a little upset, because that's gaming helps me separate my mind, but playing basketball helps me stay in line with myself. If that makes any sense. Because when I
No, that
play a
makes
game,
sense.
everything
That
goes
makes
up.
sense.
But when I get on that court, you know, whatever the fuck I had going on, like if I go there angry because some shit from work, I'm there. I remember what's happening, but there's a sort of relief as I'm playing basketball and running around and doing this and that, and time goes and I'm like, all right. Because I think one of the worst problems I had when I was depressed is like I would always think about like dying and leaving nothing behind. If that makes any sense. It's kind of it was
Mm,
weird, but I never sat
no,
there.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's a dangerous spot to be. Also,
yeah. It was where I spent most of my time, like thinking about dying and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, I forgot what podcast I was listening to. And I sent they would always say like, oh, email us, it's things that that you have going on in your life. And I sent an email and the guy said, listen, man, there's no way of like, cookie cuttering this up. He's like, we all got to die. Okay. But if you're going to spend your time thinking about what you're not leaving behind, if you're going to spend your time thinking about, oh, what if I go now, blah, 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 it's not going to help you out. What you need to do is remind yourself that you could die at any time, but also try to make an impact in your life, or if not your own, for somebody else. So when you do die, there's always something positive to be said about you. If you keep
ooh,
living
that's
this life
deep.
in negativity, yeah, if you keep living your life in negativity, then there's nothing good to be said about you. If you shelter yourself and leave yourself in a house and don't go out and go and venture, even if you're going to the 7-Eleven, you never know who you could talk to. But because you
Oh,
don't do
dude.
that, yeah, because you don't do that, you're literally setting yourself up for nothing but failure and giving yourself the opportunity to leave nothing behind. And I sat there and I was like, fuck.
Ooh,
I
put
heard
that on
that.
a shirt.
Yeah, I started crying, right? And I'm like, why am I crying? I'm like, it's the best, like, kind of advice that I never heard. Cause, like for instance, my mom never was depressed. I'm pretty sure she's been through moments, but she was never just sitting there and just got sad, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she has. I can't really speak for her, but from what I've seen my whole life around her was, always moving, always working. I come from a single household, so it was just my mom, 2 jobs, majority of my life. Seen her very little because she was always working.
Oh man,
You
I'm
know,
sorry.
no, 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 no. I mean, I saw her, but she was always working. So it, it I had to kind of like raise myself growing up. In a sense, she was still there. You know, shit. She would pull in extra hours for Christmas just to get me like back when PlayStation 2 came out. She bought me one. I don't know what our financial status was, but I'm pretty sure I don't remember eating anything crazy for like at least a week. But she got me that shit. And I always remember that, and it kind of helped fuel me. Like that one podcast literally helped fuel me to start to take a different path in life, to be more positive. And all in that, everything I've been through, this is why, for instance, I stream to make content, because I've been through shit. You've been through shit. I don't know you, but we're sitting here laughing, talking, you know, and I don't know
trying.
how. Yeah. Oh wow, sorry. I don't mean to bore you. My bad, Mister.
No, oh my God. I said I'm
No,
trying to. Oh
yeah.
my God. This motherfucker.
but you know, we can get off the podcast and whatever you say after this, you know, conversation we have, can go two ways. You can be like, you know what, it was great talking to him. He's a good dude, blah, blah, blah. Or that guy's a fucking idiot. Well, regardless how you took it, you know, you at least heard me, you talked to me, and maybe I said a thing that might stick to you, maybe not, but you never know. Or somebody listening could probably hear what you said or what I said. This just goes home and just like, yeah, I'm gonna put honey on my asshole tonight. You know, like
they're gonna that you got that one guy. Maybe we saved a marriage, bro.
yeah,
Maybe
we
there
might
was
have.
that one guy that was like hovering over the screen, looking at the OnlyFans, and going, I can't afford to pay child support, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
fuck this.
Listen, it's not worth it if you're thinking about it and you're happily engaged or whatever it is, you're in a good relationship. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It stinks like every other one. She probably showers, you know, once a day, whatever the case is. All
Oh my
right.
God.
She probably drinks her coffee with too much milk in it and a lot
Oh
of
my
sugar.
God.
You don't know. It's not worth it. All right. All right. Just deal
Or
with what
maybe
you
she
got.
tells you, that she used to be a dude and shit like that, just to fuck with you.
It's a good.
My wife did that one.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
My wife one time, because my wife's pretty fucking hot, like way out of my league, completely out of my league. Like I'm aware of how out of my league. And one time my buddy was like, I told her, I was like, my buddy said that you're way too hot to be around me. Like you probably used to be a dude. And she goes, yeah, I had a good, what did she say? She said something so funny. I can't remember right now.
Dude, I would have looked at her and been like, damn, you got some good boy pussy. I don't.
Bro, what's funny is I told her, I was like, if you fucking say after our vows, aren't you glad that I got the surgery? I will fucking leave. And then her dad looks at me and shakes my hand. He's like, welcome to the family. Man, aren't you glad that surgery took? And I fucking lost my mind laughing. I was like, God damn, good one, dude. Good one.
God.
Good one, bro.
That is a good one.
Oh,
man,
my God. I tell you, my wife's dope, man.
That's a big problem all these new, you know, these younger kids gotta deal with now that I'm happy I don't have to deal with, man. You go to the club, you dancing with a girl, you know, 3 songs in, you know, you got your hand around her ass, the other hand going up her tit, you know, and you suddenly just feel something stabbing your thigh out of nowhere. You're like, what the fuck is this? But you're like 10 shots in, you probably think it's her cell phone. Then
You're
you guys
probably
get home.
Thinking it's her. No, man.
Then you get to
Oh, God.
You get to the house, right? She's
what
like,
do you do?
No, keep the lights off. You're like, I don't want the lights off. I like to have the lights on. Keep the lights off. Trust me on it, right? You guys are laying down. Suddenly something else is jousting your leg, and you're like, what the fuck is happening here?
That's a really weird cell phone.
You fucking put your hand down there and you grab a set of nuts and a shaft on your forearm. And you're like, yo. I don't know if you finish the job or whatever you do. That's between these new Gentiles and stuff. Me, I'm not arguing. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna turn the lights on and be like, you did a good fucking job getting me here. You did a great job getting me here. I'm not gonna fight you. It's all right. It's not worth the jail time or anything like that. You have honey in your fucking refrigerator. Like,
I'm calling him dry.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? No, but like that's like a crazy conversation to have with these young. Because I'm telling you, like,
has it happened to somebody you know, or
no? It hasn't happened. I'm pretty sure the people I know, man, if it happened, they probably wouldn't tell me. And if they did, I mean, I wouldn't judge them.
They probably finish. They probably finish. 10 shots in. You said 10 shots in?
Yeah, 10 shots in. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long night. You're 3 songs deep.
Hold on. Have I struck out a lot that night?
Yeah, you got a couple of no's, you know. But this one's like, yeah, in your head, she's like a smoking 10. Chin's a little diesel.
Does she smell nice?
Yeah, she got the nice perfume. I don't know, you know. You're already at the house. The hair doesn't pull off. That's real. That's years of growing that shit out. You know.
Man. 10 shots in.
Oh, you would
how
do it?
how lonely? No, not how lonely. How horny am I?
Well, you're 10 shots in. You've already felt the tit. You grabbed the ass. You're probably full shafting at this point. Like if you go home, you're blue balling it. But
you can't let that go to waste, man. You can't let that go to waste.
I mean, I'm gonna let it go to waste. But I'm gonna, if it was me, if it happened to me, it's one of those things. Was like, damn.
Good job.
I'm gonna pop the light on who's bigger and then walk out. But like
pop the light on this big. So what you're saying is if she's got a bigger dick, you're like, no.
Yeah.
No, you are not fucking dude.
If it's a micro penis, I can just maybe be like, it's a really long clit. I don't know. Maybe it's a long clit with some extra skin. I guess we'll go. No, I would definitely walk out of there. But man, there's dudes out there right now that are getting caught with that.
Really?
There's gotta be, man. Dude,
I think Dave Chappelle had a story about that. He had like a joke. I'm sorry. He had a joke about it.
He did. He was like dancing with a girl. It's like, well, where are you going? I was like,
where are you going? We're already 3 songs deep.
Was it okay? Yeah. So that's probably why I got the 3-song reference in it. Maybe it was because you're right. Now that you're saying that fucking reminds me. I think he ended up saying like, well, where you going? Might as well finish the night. And they
I love to suck my dick.
It was. Oh my God.
It was something like that. It was something like that.
Yeah, you're so fucking right. Oh my God.
Yeah, I've seen. So I was just watching.
You watch like comedy and like something will just strike like in your head, but you're so fucking right.
And that's where you got to be careful because that's like where, as a comedian, that's why it's important that you watch comedy. Because then the other thing is you can look at how he did the joke and go, oh, wait a minute, I have an idea. Well, let me try. I've tried it all these other ways, and I didn't get a laugh. Well, let me try it with this way. And it's you can go down the rabbit hole, brother.
I'd be so afraid to do a set, right? And literally, it's nobody I've ever heard of, but somehow it's like verbatim somebody else's shit. And I'm like, wait a second, I don't even know who the fuck that is. Like that would be my worst fear. That's a part of why I don't do it neither, because I'd be like, man, what if I have a real life story? Somebody had almost the same story. Our setup's almost the same. And now everybody's like, oh,
but that can happen. Unfortunately, that happens. Like, that's why I try to like talk about like my own life. That way, when someone's go, where'd you get that joke? Well, that actually fucking happened. Like my wife actually said that, motherfucker. Like that's a joke. Also a true story that I wrote in the form of a joke,
Yeah.
And it also like, it's like unique to me. It's easier for me to remember my jokes when it's like, like I talk a lot about things that I believe in and that I don't believe in, right? Like I don't really predominantly or strongly believe in ghosts. Like I don't. Like I think a lot of times it's just an excuse that people utilize. Are there places that are haunted and shit like that? 100%. I can agree.
I hope there's a female ghost in my house and I wake up to free blowies. Just calm on my pants. I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? Why am I moaning already? Fuck it. I mean, listen, I don't believe in them either, but even if it's a guy, I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell. You know what I'm saying? My skin is going up and down. I'd be like,
could you imagine the episode of Ghost Hunters? Oh my God. Everybody's just coming. They're like, we cannot release this, man. I don't know. It's like, we need to go back.
We gotta keep coming back to this house.
We gotta keep coming back to this house.
How do you guys keep coming back to this house? Not even fucking business, dude.
Oh man,
you dudes getting jerked off constantly.
Would that be like a new Pornhub category?
I guess so. That'd be pretty cool, dude. That'd be on my OnlyFans, getting jerked off by this ghost.
Oh, see, but then you would have people joining just to see if it's real or not.
Yeah, dude. But then I would put the camera on my shaft, you know what I'm saying? And when the skin goes up and down, you know what I'm saying? The balls start moving, and the fucking bottle of honey's in my asshole. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God. There's a lot of variables, but I'm just saying, like, if ghosts are real and they're not bad people, or bad spirits or whatever, do a brother a favor. If you see a dude on Pornhub majority of the time, just help him out.
You're living in this house, tax free, rent free. I think it's only fair you give me a hand job a day.
Dude, I'd put my shit anywhere in the room, be like, "Where are you? Come on, come on." Dinner served. Or
You
whatever I
call it.
wanna
You
do.
call it like a dog.
Uh,
Here, Fido, Fido,
Yeah, right.
come here.
I don't know where you're at.
I don't know where you.
Drop something on the floor so I know you're in the room. If fucking shit starts falling, all right, listen.
No means
gonna-
no.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
yeah,
you
right?
trying to meet me, ghost?
I'd put a fucking like a dry eraser board on the wall and just fucking leave a pen there just to be like, can we schedule at 10 o'clock today? You know, they write no,
Oh
then
my
fuck it, you know, like, yeah, man. I don't believe in ghosts neither, but fuck it, man. If it happens, it happens, you know. That's how I think, which is fucking crazy.
Skiddly, you've been awesome, man. You've been awesome, dude. I appreciate you doing this. Can you give everybody your socials and where they can find you and your stream and all that, brother?
Okay, so I should probably fucking fix this, but I stream on Facebook 8 p.m. Eastern time. You know, pretty much majority of the week. I have a set schedule, but sometimes shit happens, whatever, life. But I stream on Facebook. It's facebook.com/SKIDDLYDIDLEY. It's pretty much Skiddly Didley across the board: Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. It's all Skiddly Didley. If you ever see another one, send me a DM so I can fucking fight them. Because if I ever find somebody else with a name, I'm gonna fucking fight them. But yeah, that's where I'm at, man. Mostly at Facebook. If you want a link to the OnlyFans, you can hit me up in the DMs. I'll send you the fucking picture of the asshole.
With the honey.
With the honey. With the honey's a tip. You gotta tip me for the honey because I'm not using honey because I'm gonna get that real shit. Okay. I'm not gonna get the honey syrup. I'm gonna go to a farmer's market, get the fucking honey with the lady that's been bee catching for fucking 30 years.
God.
I'm getting that honey. I might even take the honeycomb and you know, yeah, man, that I'll use as my little fleshlight. You know what I'm saying? Use the honeycomb. Forget it, bro. Listen, I'm here to pierce things and drip things on my ass. Whatever it is. You want toe picks, put it too. I can put my foot in dirt, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever you're into. If you want me to like get a razor blade, cut my skin, put some lemon juice and salt on it.
Oh my God. The man needs money.
I'm hurting out here.
Skiddly, I appreciate you, man. Stick around, brother.
All right, for sure.